the road to football immortality has come down to one final night. After weeks of unforgettable drama, shocking upsets, emotional victories, and breathtaking goals, only two teams remain standing. Argentina and Spain are now just one match away from lifting football's most prestigious trophy, the FIFA World Cup 2026. Millions of fans across the world are preparing for a final that promises everything: history, passion, rivalry, tactical brilliance, individual magic, and above all, 90 minutes that could define an entire generation of football. Argentina enters the final carrying the hopes of an entire nation. Their journey has been filled with determination, resilience, and moments of pure quality. Every knockout match demanded something different from them. They survived difficult challenges, adapted to different opponents, and continued proving why they belong among football's elite. Spain, on the other hand, has produced one of the tournament's most balanced performances. Calm under pressure, dominant in possession, and incredibly organized, they have quietly eliminated some of the strongest teams in the competition. Their style has reminded many football fans why Spain has always been admired for technical excellence. Now these two footballing giants prepare to meet on the biggest stage imaginable. But, before predicting who might become world champion, it's important to understand how both teams reached this incredible moment. Argentina's campaign has been built around belief. From the opening matches of the tournament, they looked confident in possession, while remaining dangerous on the counterattack. Their attacking movement constantly forced opponents into uncomfortable positions. Every time pressure increased, Argentina seemed to find another level. As the tournament progressed, their confidence continued growing. During the knockout rounds, they faced organized defenses that refused to give them space. Instead of panicking, Argentina relied on patience. Their midfield controlled the tempo, their defense stayed disciplined, and eventually opportunities appeared. One of the biggest reasons behind Argentina's success has been their attacking chemistry. Instead of depending on only one superstar, multiple players have contributed throughout the tournament. Different matches have produced different heroes. That unpredictability has made Argentina incredibly difficult to defend. Another impressive aspect has been their defensive improvement. Earlier in the tournament, there were moments where opponents created dangerous chances. However, as the competition advanced, Argentina became more compact, reducing mistakes and protecting their goalkeeper much more effectively. Winning knockout football is rarely about spectacular football for 90 minutes. Sometimes it requires suffering, sometimes it requires defending, sometimes it requires waiting for a single opportunity. Argentina has shown they can do all three. That adaptability may become one of their greatest strengths heading into the final. Then came the semi-final. Facing England is never simple. The physical intensity, quick transitions, and relentless pressure created an enormous challenge. Argentina responded with maturity. Rather than allowing England to dictate the pace, they controlled possession whenever possible, and remained dangerous whenever they attacked. The match tested every part of Argentina's game. Defenders had to stay focused, midfielders had to win second balls, attackers had to convert limited opportunities. When the final whistle arrived, Argentina had secured their place in another World Cup final. Celebrations erupted across the country. Players embraced each other. Supporters filled the streets, but everyone inside the squad understood one important fact: the job wasn't finished. Standing between Argentina and football history is Spain. Unlike Argentina's emotional journey, Spain's tournament has been defined by consistency. Every match followed a familiar pattern: possession. Move the ball quickly, stretch the opposition, wait patiently, then strikes. Spain rarely looked rushed throughout the competition. Their passing combinations frustrated opponents, who struggled to regain possession. The midfield became the heartbeat of everything they created. Every attack started with intelligent movement. Every defensive transition happened with remarkable discipline. Perhaps the biggest surprise has been Spain's defensive organization. Many people associate Spanish football with beautiful attacking play. However, this World Cup has demonstrated something equally important. Spain knows how to defend. Their defensive line has remained compact, while their midfield constantly protects dangerous areas. Opponents have found very few clear scoring opportunities. That defensive stability has allowed Spain's creative players to express themselves with greater confidence. The quarterfinal perfectly demonstrated Spain's quality. Facing another European powerhouse required tactical intelligence. Instead of forcing attacks, Spain remained patient, controlled possession, and gradually created better opportunities. Their victory looked comfortable on the scoreboard. In reality, it came from tactical discipline rather than individual brilliance alone. Then came the semi-final. France presented perhaps Spain's toughest challenge of the tournament: speed, power, experience, individual quality. France possessed everything needed to reach another World Cup final, yet Spain refused to abandon their identity. They controlled possession, slowed the game's rhythm whenever necessary, and punished fight mistakes with ruthless efficiency. By the end of the night, Spain had booked their place in the final. Now football fans around the world will witness a fascinating clash of styles. Argentina thrives on emotion, flexibility, and explosive attacking moments. Spain prefers structure, patience, and complete control of possession. One team wants to attack quickly whenever opportunities appear. The other prefers building every attack carefully. That contrast makes this final incredibly difficult to predict. Another major storyline surrounds the players themselves. World Cup finals often create new legends. A single goal, one incredible save, one defensive block, one unforgettable assist. Moments like these are remembered forever. Pressure changes everything. Players who dominate club football sometimes struggle under World Cup final pressure. Others suddenly produce the greatest performance of their careers. That unpredictability is exactly why football remains the world's most beloved sport. Both dressing rooms understand the importance of this occasion. Every training session becomes more intense. Every tactical meeting becomes more detailed. Every player knows they are preparing for 90 minutes that could define their entire legacy. Neither Argentina nor Spain reached this stage by accident. Both earned their place through discipline, teamwork, tactical intelligence, and extraordinary determination. Now only one challenge remains: the FIFA World Cup final. After weeks of unforgettable football, the FIFA World Cup 2026 has reached its defining moment. Argentina and Spain now stand just 90 minutes away from immortality. Everything they have worked for throughout the tournament comes down to one final performance. World Cup finals are unlike any other football match. League titles can be won again. Domestic cups return every season. Continental competitions offer another chance the following year. But a World Cup final is different. For many players, this is the only opportunity they will ever have to become world champions. That pressure changes everything. The opening minutes of this final could determine the rhythm of the entire game. Argentina will likely begin with high intensity, looking to unsettle Spain before they establish their passing rhythm. Spain, however, will almost certainly remain calm, focusing on keeping possession and forcing Argentina to chase the ball. This contrast in styles is what makes the matchup so fascinating. Argentina's greatest strength lies in their ability to attack with speed. Their transitions from defense to attack have been among the best in the tournament. The moment they recover possession, their midfield looks forward immediately, searching for runners behind the defensive line. Within seconds, a defensive situation can become a dangerous scoring opportunity. Spain approaches football from the opposite direction. Rather than rushing forward, they patiently build attacks through short, accurate passes. Every player constantly moves into space, creating passing triangles all over the field. Their objective is not simply to reach the opponent's penalty area. It is to control every phase of the game until the perfect opening appears. If Spain dominates possession, Argentina must remain patient. Trying to press aggressively for 90 minutes would consume enormous energy and leave dangerous spaces behind the defense. Instead, Argentina may choose selective pressing, waiting for Spain to make a mistake before launching quick counterattacks. For Spain, the biggest challenge will be dealing with Argentina's directness. Even if Spain enjoys 60 or 70% possession, that statistic alone means very little. One perfectly timed Argentine attack could change the entire match. Spain's defenders must remain alert every second, because Argentina needs only one opportunity to punish an error. The midfield battle may ultimately decide the World Cup. Whichever team controls the center of the pitch will likely dictate the tempo. Argentina's midfield must combine aggression with composure, winning physical duels while distributing the ball quickly. Spain's midfield, meanwhile, will aim to slow the game, keeping possession and forcing Argentina to defend for long periods. Small details often decide World Cup finals: a misplaced pass, a perfectly delivered corner, a brilliant save, a defensive interception. One moment of individual brilliance can outweigh 90 minutes of tactical planning. Set pieces could become another decisive factor. Throughout football history, many World Cup finals have been settled by corners, free kicks, or penalties. Both coaching staffs will have spent countless hours preparing routines designed specifically for this match. Every delivery into the box will carry enormous danger. Defensively, Concentration is everything. There can be no lapses in communication, no unnecessary fouls near the penalty area, and no hesitation when clearing the ball. Finals rarely forgive mistakes. Goalkeepers may also become the heroes of the night. Modern football often celebrates goal scorers, but World Cup history is filled with legendary goalkeeping performances. One spectacular save at the right moment can preserve a team's dreams and completely change the momentum of the match. Another fascinating aspect is the psychological battle. The longer the score remains level, the greater the pressure becomes. Every missed chance increases tension. Every successful tackle lifts confidence. Every minute without a goal pushes both teams closer to a moment where nerves become just as important as technical ability. Substitutions will play a critical role. Fresh legs in the final 20 or 30 minutes can completely alter the flow of the game. Pace against tired defenders, creative midfielders finding new passing angles, or experienced veterans calming the team during difficult moments. All of these decisions could define the final result. Managers will also face enormous tactical dilemmas. Should they attack early or remain cautious? Should they introduce attacking players while the score is level, or wait until later? Should they protect a one-goal lead or continue searching for another goal? Every decision carries significant risk. One bold substitution could become a masterstroke. One tactical mistake could cost the World Cup. If the match remains tied after 90 minutes, extra time introduces a completely different challenge. Fatigue becomes visible. Players begin cramping. Decision-making slows. Every sprint requires tremendous effort. In those moments, experience, discipline, and mental strength often separate champions from runners-up. And if penalties become necessary, everything changes once again. Years of preparation suddenly come down to a few kicks from 12 yards. Technique matters, confidence matters. But perhaps, most importantly, composure matters. Penalty shootouts have produced some of football's most unforgettable moments, transforming ordinary players into national heroes and leaving others with lifelong heartbreak. So who has the edge? Argentina possesses explosive attacking quality, resilience under pressure, and the confidence that comes from surviving difficult knockout matches. They have repeatedly demonstrated the ability to adapt to different opponents and remain dangerous regardless of the game's tempo. Spain, meanwhile, enters the final with exceptional balance. Their disciplined defense, intelligent midfield, and patient possession-based football make them one of the most complete teams in the tournament. They rarely panic, rarely lose their structure, and consistently force opponents into uncomfortable situations. On paper, there is very little separating these two sides. That is exactly what makes this World Cup final so compelling. It is not simply a battle between Argentina and Spain. It is a clash between two football philosophies. Emotion versus control. Direct attacks versus patient possession. Explosive transitions versus calculated build-up. Regardless of the outcome, football fans around the world are about to witness a final worthy of the FIFA World Cup. As the referee prepares to blow the opening whistle, millions of supporters will hold their breath. Flags will wave. Stadium lights will shine brighter than ever. Every pass, every tackle, and every shot will carry the weight of history. Only one captain will climb the podium. Only one team will lift the golden trophy. Only one nation will celebrate as FIFA World Cup 2026 champions. The stage is set. The world is watching. Now, football history is ready to be written.